What's up, everyone? It's your boy Jermaine. I got something on my face. I got it off. It's your boy Jermaine back on another video. Yes. And this is what we got going on tonight. Let some of y'all join in and we'll hang out, we'll chill, we'll chit chat for a little bit. Yes. All right. I'm gonna take my headphones. I'm gonna take the headphones off because I feel like the headphones is putting me into a weird mode. So I'm just not gonna rock the headphones tonight. What is up? I let some people pile into the chat. What do I got going on today? Oh man, I've been exhausted all day for the most part. No more factory farms. No, I don't put that up in the background anymore. I mean, I had it up for a little bit, out with the old, in with the new, that's that sort of thing. I took it down because someone made this reference, like they said no more factory farms. Like, where am I gonna get my food from? And then I really thought about like factory farms, like that also includes like canned goods and stuff. It was on the thumbnail. Oh, it was on the thumbnail. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I should change the thumbnail. I really don't want to go through all that work to change the thumbnail, so I'm just not gonna trip. It's cool. I just use like a random thumbnail from like back in the day. Yes. So how's everybody doing tonight? How is everyone doing? Is that why you clicked on here? Because you saw the thumbnail and it said no more factory farms? I'm just curious. It's all good. Oh, it's all good. I hear you. All good in the hood, yo. I am trying to get my light stick on. There we go. Got a little light up in here. Shining over here real fast. I was gonna go out and make a 360 video, but then I was like, bro, I don't even know where I want to go film, you know? Dude, I think that was ridiculous about the can you talk to girls and that stuff. Um, that's definitely not that's definitely not like all women in that stuff. I'm gonna keep it real. If you if you meet tourists, people from somewhere else, and if you talk to them, usually they're gonna be friendly just because they're in a whole like they're in a different space. Like they're traveling, they're over here, over exploring, they're looking at this, looking at that. So they're gonna be in a completely different mindset, you know. Aren't you sick of SF is the same thing over and over? What do you mean the same thing over and over? That's any place you live. That's in any place you live. It's if you live there for some time, it is the same thing over and over. If you live in a suburbs, well, it's just gonna be suburban all the time. If you live in city, it's gonna be city all the time. Like that's just kind of how you pick where you just sort of you pick where you want to live. You pick what you want to deal with. She was low pain, low in the morning, standing 4 feet 10 in one sock. She was. I don't know if that was a troll message or if that was a real message. It's a Twitch message on here. I think that might be a troll message. 4 feet 10 one sock. Yeah, I don't really really make any sense. It had I don't know. It had nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Yeah, my town is so small. That stuff is larger than life to me. No more factory farms. Where will we get canned cream corn? Yeah, that's why I don't wear that. That's why I don't have that sign up there anymore. Because where will you get your canned cream corn? Because I don't think people just make their own canned cream corn. I moved to San Jose from Atlanta in 2018. Every time I go to SF, it's an amazing experience. Oh, thanks. What's up, Bobby? Bobby's in the house. What is good? I've been lagging the past couple of days. I haven't been on like other platforms or any platforms. I party like crazy yesterday. Oh my gosh, I party like crazy. Don't really want to talk about that, but anyway, good evening. Good evening. Yeah. Just looking at the window and it's almost sunset, so that's kind of nice. Yes, yes. Oh, you too? Yeah, you did some partying this weekend? Mm-hmm. Got my little butt whooped. The marine layer itself is worth living here for. Mm. It's kind of amazing how people say horrible things about SF, but they really don't know much about SF. You know, uh, y- literally, you almost got to be crazy to move in the summer because in the summer, SF is so nice and cool. And if you move anywhere else in the U.S. in the summer, it's probably gonna be hot. You know, so I don't know. I like it. I like it. I partied too hard. Oh, you party too hard. Oh, I hear you. There are about 500 people in the closest town to where I am. Oh, so you out there in the you out there in the sticks, yo. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind living in a place like that, off the grid. I totally wouldn't. Just not exactly right now in this point in my life that I'm in, watching from NYC. Oh, that's what's up. NYC in the house. I need to get back to NYC and make some 360 videos. Look at those yawns. They're like starting 7 minutes into the live stream. I'm like crazy tired. I didn't get much sleep last time. Mm. Well, I kind of got all right sleep, but should probably sleep more. I would. No neighbors in the sticks. No neighbors in the sticks. I think that's one reason why I would like living off the grid. No neighbors. Grow food. Just have plenty of space. Like, don't worry about parking. Park wherever you want. Maybe you can go hiking if you got enough land. Maybe you can have some hiking space, and it'll be like your hiking space. So I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Dang, that was loud. Kind of scared me. I'm always like playing with this Apple Pencil in my hand. When I'm streaming. I'm always just sitting there like this, like just playing with it. In the sticks, it's clothing optional. In the city, it's clothing optional, yo. What do you mean? You don't have to. I don't have to wait till I get way down there in the sticks. Can do it right here in the city, yo. I mean, who's gonna see me in the sticks? Funny. Beastie Boys Square is a former place name in NYC, as is Adamiak Park. Hmm. You saw me? Where did you see me, Bobby? Or did you see me in the East Bay or something? Oh, never mind. I think I know you. You're talking about the bike races in the city. Never mind. I thought you were talking about this weekend. Oh yeah, the pictures I post. So this weekend I went to. I have a hard time pronouncing the name of this band. Kohi Cabana. I went to this show in Berkeley. It's freaking awesome, bro. It's a lot of fun. It was a good show. I used to listen to them way back in the day when I was like much younger, like much, much younger. Another thing about being in this yeah, it's maybe 4 ounces. Yes, you're right. The six does not have a lot of food options, yo. But the thing about that is you may not have a lot of food options in the six, but that may not really be the worst thing in the world. You just have to, you know, you just have to have ingredients. You got to cook stuff. You can't be, going down to the shop, grabbing some fast food, unless it's a shop close. So you just got to be a lot more prepared. Go to Costco, get you a lot of Beyond Burgers, get you a deep freezer, keep them in there. You just got to be really prepared. So that way, you don't have to leave because you wouldn't want to have to drive like 20 miles to go get some ketchup. So that's kind of one thing. You're in SF paying $18 sandwiches. Mm, yeah, okay. What's your point? I don't get it. What do you mean by $18 sandwiches? What's your point? Because it's very easy for you to sit back and say, "Oh, you pay $18 for a sandwich in SF." But me, I make my sandwich at home. Well, believe it or not, if we took the camera and put it over to my fridge, I have lots of sandwich stuff in my fridge, so I'm not paying $18 for those sandwiches. But then even when I am paying $18 for a sandwich, still, so what? Like I also you got to look at something else here. You can't just you can't just compare apples to oranges here. I may pay $18 for a sandwich, but also I ride a bicycle. You know, you might pay $3 for a sandwich. But maybe you go to the gas station and you put $30 worth of gas in your car every day, or you put $20 worth of gas in your car every day. So you can't necessarily like compare apples to oranges there, you know, because people always make fun of food, but like you also got to think like if I say, look, I'm not going to spend any money for a week on food, I'm gonna save way more money than my homies living in Alabama because food is a whole lot cheaper in Alabama. So you know, it's not like the worst thing in the world. And then also depends on what you're doing. Like if you're, let's just not get into that because if you don't get an $18 sandwich, like it's a lot of things you probably don't get. Um, Jermaine, my motorcycle is going into the shop shortly. You were key and inspiring the rebuild. I will keep you posted. You're gonna work on that. You're gonna work on that motorcycle, Jermaine. Plus 500. What's plus 500? Once a month, hitch up the wagon and load up. Yeah. Once a month, like go to Costco, load up, get you a bunch of food. Another can be. Yeah. So I can't believe you rebuild the motorcycle, yo. That sounds like a lot of work. Or it sounds like a hobby or a task or something to do on the weekends. Jermaine, plus 500. So what exactly is plus 500? I'm trying to figure. It's for trade on loan. Is it like a service? I'm just curious. And also, I don't think I've ever paid $18 for a sandwich in SF. I think that might be something made up. I've never paid $18, maybe 15, but not 18. Robinhood is not available in Israel. I don't think Robinhood is available outside the US, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the UK. Maybe not, because I don't think a lot of countries like pay for order flow. the way Robinhood like facilitates their trades. I don't think a lot of countries like that, so that may have something to do with why it hasn't went to other countries as fast. But the other countries invest different. Like not every country invests like Americans, yeah. Like a lot of Americans, especially young Americans now, they are actively purchasing stocks. Like they're picking, oh, I want to buy this and I want to buy that. In a lot of other countries, yo, you have a lot of ETFs. You have a lot of, oh, I'm just going to give the money to my company and they're going to pick the stocks for me. Different countries do it a whole lot different, yo. You know, so I don't think it's just on that level of, Robinhood is just gonna. I don't think they're gonna expand like that. If another app does, it'll probably be some app from like the UK or something. I'm paying a professional. I lack the skills to repair it myself. It's 550 cc. Hmm. I crashed right before Princess Diana passed away. Also, you had a serious crash, and then now you're just rebuilding the bike. That's insane. You sound what happened to my internet. I placed an order for Tesla in the trade. It hasn't arrived for 2 days. I'm really crazy. It's 500 plus. Okay, so the thing about why your trade may not have the thing about why your trade may not have executed. Okay, let's just say like Tesla stock. You say you place this order. You placed this order 2 days ago. Well, when you placed that order, you probably didn't do a market trade. You probably did a trade for a certain price. Like if the stock hits this price, it'll execute the trade for you. Well, the thing is, the stock price probably went well over that price. And for it to execute that trade for you, the stock price is going to have to come back down. So you might have to cancel that trade and then just redo the trade. Because Tesla's been up quite a bit in the past couple days. So if you placed in an order at like 850 and now it's trading at 900, well, your order is never going to get filled because of, you know, because the stock price is higher than what it is. You must think a lot. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean I must think a lot? What do you mean? Oh, I mean about like money and about like how people spend money and stuff like that. Yeah, I might be just, a black dude with dreadlocks and I might like every now and then I might mispronounce a word, but that don't mean I'm a fool. I'm, very, very smart when it comes to, the dollar and numbers and stuff like that. So, and I've also like I've spent a lot of time like outside the country and been all over the country and I just got a very I got a very good perspective on how different people live and how different people spend money, right? So when someone hit me with an $18 sandwich, it's just like, oh, what are you trying to say? Like I can't afford that or something? Like, what do you base this information on? I mean, do you just look at me and just look at what I talk about and say, oh, you can't have an $18 sandwich? Or do you just simply not know all the facts? You know, I just don't know. I mean, I got a lot of people that just come here and troll. So I don't know if you're trolling or if you're just being 100 or maybe you're just an old person that want to know, like, dang, how you do that? Like, on my end, I just don't know. I just kind of sit here and talk crap sometimes. And to some people, they might even find it entertaining. That is exactly what I thought and changed to the Oh, you're taking off, Jeffrey? Yeah, buy me a beer, dude. I'm always in the city. You gotta let me know who you are. Be like, "Hey, I'm Jeffrey," and then I'll be like, "Oh, from the chat." I may pause though, you know. Uh, I'm sick of SF having nothing. Oh, you mean you're sick of? What do you mean you're sick of SF having nothing? What do you mean, like? Be, because the thing, it's a whole lot of things that'll make you get sick of SF. It's a whole lot of things that'll make you get sick of SF. Like one thing I see happens to a lot of people when they move here. They overextend themselves. Bro, this happens to so many people, dude. I've met so many people that have moved here and they move here and they just overextend themselves. What I mean by that is they overextend themselves on variable expenses. What am I talking about here for all the dumb folks sitting in the back? Okay, a fixed expense is your rent. It's like your cell phone bill. It's your maybe health insurance. It's your renter's insurance. It's your car payment. These are fixed expenses, right? So when you move here, especially from somewhere else, like, let's say you move from Texas, you're gonna notice that like your rent in Texas, maybe it was like $600, but then over here it might be 1,200. Like, let's just say you're renting a room out of a house, right? It might be 1,200, right? Well, you might make $800 a week, right? So you have to just like, I don't know where I was going with this. You have to you have to budget so like you don't overspend. How people overspend like crazy here is not the fixed cost, it's the variable cost. Variable costs will eat you alive. So let me give you an example of variable costs. Okay. Going out, taking Ubers, drinking, buying drugs, partying, going shopping. These are all variable expenses. And the thing about the city is like I've met so many people, they move here, they work hard, they're lonely, right? They want friends. So they're actually okay until they meet friends. Maybe they meet friends a month or 2 months later or 3 months later. And then they meet friends and then their friends want to go out to this restaurant. So all of a sudden you're going out to this restaurant and you're hanging out with another friend. This friend wants to go to a bar, right? And then you go drinking. And then all of a sudden you get caught up in the city lifestyle, right? You get caught up in the city lifestyle. You get caught up ordering the Uber Eats. You get caught up the $6 coffee drinks. You get caught up with, going to the mall, getting you something fresh a couple times a week. You get caught up, going to the bar multiple times a week, going out to eat multiple times a week. Like sometimes people get caught up in that lifestyle. And at first, they were okay in the city because they were just living like low key. But then once they, got around people and start to change, it went from, oh, I'm about to be a big shot now. So this definitely happens in the city a lot, Mhm. This city, you can go outside and overspend like crazy, especially when you get a crew. Dude, it can make you overspend like crazy, yo. It really can. That's you. What do you mean that's me? You still do Uber Eats, bro? I still do Uber Eats. I'm just curious. Do any of y'all do Uber Eats? Oh, so for that Tesla order, you might want to do a market order because the thing is, let's just say the Tesla stock price is 925 right now. Well, let's say you place an order for $9.25 right now. Well, in the morning, the stock price may open at 9.35. You place your order at 9.25. Well, guess what? Your order is not going to get filled, because if it goes higher throughout the day, it's not going back down to 9.25. So you're never going to get your order placed. What you want to do is you want to place a market order. A market order is basically you're going to tell your broker that, like, hey, I want to buy this much into this company, and you're not buying it at a specific price. Market orders are okay, but if you're trying to get into a stock, um, market orders can they can slow you down. You eat the food off Uber Eats sometimes and stuff. I'm vegan, bro. So the food on Uber Eats, I wouldn't eat that shit. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, it's like not vegan food. So yeah, I would never eat Uber Eats. And then also, I don't like. Come on, bro. Like, it's a job. Like, come on. Like, I don't want that crap. Even when the app says you can keep the food, I still give that shit away, because it's like I said, I wouldn't even give it to my dog. A lot of that food, because it be from weird restaurants, and man, sometimes I put food in my bag and I'll be riding. I'll be like, man, this food stink. I can't wait to drop this shit off. What's up with airlines canceling flights for October and November? I have no idea. I haven't really been following the flights that much. Yeah, variable costs are the worst, bro. Because fixed costs, you already got it in your mind. You already like, okay, rent, $800, phone bill, $20. You can already just check it off the list. Oh, you want to day trade? So I still want to day trade. I just want to sell calls. That's what I want to do. Basically, I want to sell calls with Oatly. I want to do in the future after I get about 10,000 shares. But Oatly's cheap right now. It's like $4. I'm trying to fly to Texas, but it's way higher than 2-3 months ago. In other words, fixed costs are the devil we know. Well, the thing about fixed costs aren't so bad if they're not expensive. If you got like a good deal on rent and you got a good deal on this and that, and those are your fixed expenses, you good. Then you can actually push those variables up a little bit more. Your variable expenses, meaning you can go out to eat more, you can go out to party more, you can take more trips. But that's only when them fixed costs are really low. Fixed costs are the fun costs though. Well, the fixed cost is the stuff that you always pay for. That car note. Gas would be more of a variable, because gas fluctuates for different people. The cheapest way to get a flight is none. We all know that. What else is going on? Tesla. So there's been a lot of talk about Tesla, and guys, I think shit is about to get real with them coming up soon. And the reason why I say that, because I know people like when I talk about stocks, the reason why I say that is it's just kind of insane what they're doing, because for the past couple of years, they've been building these two factories, right? And it's been like not a fast ramp up, okay? Also, these 4680 batteries, right? I don't think a lot of people know about these 4680 batteries, but when they start making these batteries and they're making them and they're not having problems making them, because right now they're making them, but it's a slow process, and they're trying to retool this and they're trying to get this just right, bro. When they get them batteries and they get them batteries right, and they're able to like start to really pump them batteries out, dude, shit's gonna start getting real, you know. Enough about batteries. Have I talked about that much about batteries? Yeah, it's gonna get real, dude. And I know people are like, bro, you always talk about the stock market, you always talk about Tesla. But I'm telling y'all, dude, Tesla has a horrible valuation. You think so? You come on, bro. I'm not gonna entertain that. Do you even realize Tesla's like business? Jim, do you think Tesla's a car company? I'm just curious. Because if you think Tesla's a car company, that might be why you think that the valuation is horrible. Because if you're just saying that, oh, they make cars just like Ford and GM, they don't just make cars like Ford and GM. What's that intrinsic value per share? So the PE is still really high. It's still really high, but it's not. It's hot today. It's rumored that Tesla and Kodak are teaming up to make more 4080 batteries. Yeah, they are. They are. They're definitely teaming up. Yeah, Tesla is definitely a technology company. Because people that don't know about Tesla, what they think Tesla is they think Tesla is a car company. And Tesla is not a car company. Tesla, you can basically call them an auto manufacturer, but they're not a car company. They manufacture cars, but if you think Tesla is a car company, you don't know much about Tesla. I'm just gonna just break it down because you gotta look at their energy storage business, right? Which very well could be more profitable than the whole car division. Now just let that sink in for a second. So for the people that think it's a car company, the electric division, where they actually sell these massive battery packs to countries and companies and stuff like that. And basically why they sell these massive battery packs to these companies. So there's these thing called peaker plants. They use a lot of fucking energy. They're horrible for the environment, right? And certain times of the day when cities are using so much electricity, they have to cut these peaker plants on to balance it out because there's so much electricity being used. Now, you don't need peaker plants if you got battery storage, because there's just certain times of the day where cities are consuming way more energy. And at night, they're not consuming as much. In the middle of the day, they're not consuming as much. In the middle of the day, there's a lot of sun out there. And that sun can be collecting the energy going into the cells. So anyone that says, oh, they're a car company that make cars, like those people probably watch Fox News, and they also probably, they just probably don't know, because Fox News is going to put it out there like, oh, Tesla's a horrible company. Something else that Tesla is really big on. I know a lot of people don't really believe in this, but the Tesla bot. Now I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, that's just BS. It's never gonna happen." Once again, a lot of people out there just they don't even believe in themselves. So if you don't believe in yourself, how are you gonna believe in what someone else is gonna do or what another company is gonna accomplish? But with the Tesla bot, I think it's gonna be a long time. I don't think this is gonna be a 5 year or a 10 year thing. I think this is gonna be a long time. Okay. And What's actually going to be really crazy later this year, if they can show off, if they can show off a bot that can walk and pick up a box, you're going to see that stock price go bananas, bro. You are going to see it go bananas. I'm telling you. In a recession or depression equals bad earnings. Jim. I know you are negative. I know you are super negative, Nancy, here. In a recession, this is true. In a recession or depression, it does equal bad earnings. But ask yourself this question: are we in a depression? Now, some people say we are in a recession. Some people say we're not. But I just ask you, are we in a depression? We're definitely not in a depression. Okay. So I don't exactly know if we are in a depression, but let me also direct your attention to something else, Jim. Tesla cars are not cheap. The average person that's buying a Tesla car, the average person makes well over $100,000 a year. So if we are in a depression here, if we're in a recession, yeah, people that make over 100,000, they very well could, get laid off and lose their jobs and stuff like that. But what about Ford and GM? If we go through a really bad depression, what do you think is going to happen to Ford and GM? Now, I'm not asking this question to Jim because, of course, Jim is going to just say if we go through a major depression, Ford and GM, they're going to be successful and Tesla's going to crash, right? But for all the people that actually know about how the car industry works, what do you think will happen if we actually went through a depression? Would you rather be invested in Tesla or Ford and GM? You know, the, that's a very easy one for me. I'd much rather be invested in Tesla just because they're just using new technology and, their factories. Bro, if you're a Tesla hater, you need to for real, like, learn about some of these Tesla factories, dude. Once you really start to learn about some of these Tesla factories, you're going to figure out, like, wait, let me just think for a second. Manufacturing left America years ago, right? And they moved all this stuff to China, right? And now you got this company, Tesla. Look at this factory that they've built. Man, they build factories, bro. They can build a car in like what 7 hours or some shit. Like I mean, the efficiency. No other car company can even compete with them, bro. With their efficiency, with how they're stamping out cars, dude. No car company can even compete with them. It's crazy. Everyone needs those chips. I'm kind of skeptical on the new U.S. chip plants. I think Taiwan is still going to be a major player in the. I think Taiwan is going to be a major player in the chip game because you got to think about something here. If Taiwan's not going to let America start building chips, and the reason why Taiwan's not going to let America start building chips. Think about this scenario. Taiwan is like Taiwan has a lot of power in the world right now because they make like 70% of the world's microchips. So if America start to make more and more chips, right? And if America got to be 50% of the world's chips, that would knock Taiwan off its pedestal, right? As the number one chip maker. Another thing that would do to Taiwan, it would make Taiwan it wouldn't be as important, right? Because right now the world needs Taiwan. Because if something happens to Taiwan, like chip prices are going to go through the roof. But if America start to make more chips, you see how the game changes. Like if Taiwan, like China, probably wouldn't even want to go after Taiwan then because, like, what would be the reason? Like America would be the number one player in chips. I don't think Taiwan is gonna lose their position in the world. You know. What's up, Jermaine? Where's your beard? Oh, I got rid of it. Definitely helps with depression. I so start to think if I have Tesla, I will. I always gonna use autopilot. Autopilot, please can't tell me. No, because you're black. I know what I mean. Oh, so with autopilot, okay, or autopilot. A lot of people, have wondered like, how do you think autopilot's gonna roll out? I think autopilot's gonna roll out very similar to Uber. It's gonna be illegal, but it's gonna be so many Teslas driving around on autopilot, and then it's gonna have to be proven that it's like it for real works. I can also see with autopilot when they come out with the full self-driving, right? When they actually come out with the full self-driving, because I think when they actually come out with it, it still won't be 100. I think it's not even going to be level 5. It'll be like level 5, but like level 5 class 1, not level 5 class 5, right? You're just going to have people just driving from place to place, and they're going to be like, hey, man, I didn't even touch the steering wheel driving here. You can have people do that over and over. Like, you're going to get in your car, drive, you're going to cut the autopilot on. And then, of course, if you need to engage, you're going to have to engage. But eventually, it's going to get to a point where people are going to be like, man, I can't remember the last time I had to take over the steering wheel and drive the car. Yeah, I think Tesla is, yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. So autopilot can potentially be a big factor in resolving car mishaps. Bro, autopilot will be, yeah, I think autopilot will definitely be. And it'll probably still hit people. And the reason why I say it'll probably still hit people, because people are still going to do stupid shit. People are still going to run out in the cars. You're still going to have people fighting. I saw some people fighting on the street the other day. And they were fighting, and as they were fighting, they went out into the street and like a car almost hit them. So you're still gonna have shit like that, you know. But the thing is, Tony, it's just gonna be you're not gonna be driving. You're just gonna be getting picked up, getting dropped off. You won't have to worry about driving. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's been a long day for me because I partied crazy last night. I remember like puking like crazy outside. And I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna go watch some Tesla videos and go pray, if you know what that means. But anyway, I love all of y'all. Have a good night. Maybe I'll put out a video tomorrow. Maybe I won't. But anyway, I will see y'all later. Manager, hustler, I'll see you later. Stick to walking and save gas. Get you a bite. You saw folks fighting Jermaine. Human stupidity. Always trendy. And I was saying, y'all gonna get hit by a car. You don't want to get into a fight and then all of a sudden both of y'all get hit by a car. That's crazy. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye bye, everyone. I can't pronounce your name. How do I pronounce your name? No, Yuka. Yuka. Peace in the Middle East. Okay, anyway, I'm out, y'all. I love all of y'all. Bye bye. I'm tired.